Well, hello everybody and welcome to another one of our vlogs. Today we're going to talk about the sort of food that that people in motorhomes might want to consider having.
Yes.
Might be a bit different because the kitchen is very small. The cooker is very small, isn't it?
Yes.
The oven,
Yeah.
the oven in most motorhomes is blooming useless. It runs cold. I don't know whether that's a function of the gas we're using.
Yeah.
Might be. We're using LPG straight out of the petrol station type stuff. I think somebody said butane burns hotter, I think.
It doesn't seem to get... It does get hot, but it takes a long while, and it's a gas oven. And the one thing that I find about it is that you can only put one shelf in it, so you don't kind of cook a nice big roast dinner, like a big roast joint, so that you can have some cold the next day and things like that. It's too easy.
I'll tell you what, it does cook nice. Those Dr. Oetker frozen pizzas.
Yes, he does that nice. Yeah, yeah.
The thin crust pizzas, it cooked beautifully.
Yeah.
And they go down well with a bottle of wine, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not between us, that's just me.
Yes.
But what other food do we? How do we do differently in the motorhome than we did living in a house or flat?
Well, all I know is that since we've left the flat 2 years ago, I've put on 4 stone, or maybe even 5. I really don't weigh myself, and I'm wondering if that's down to not going to the shops. I mean, because we used to live right by the supermarkets, and I was always in there getting fresh produce, and money wasn't an issue. I'd buy like lovely prepared fruits and whatever we wanted we used to have, and then you don't, because you're in a motorhome, you don't go, and if you're not travelling, you know, and you're nowhere near a shop, then you just try and make do with what you've got in, and I think that's where we've gone wrong too.
Maybe it's because we're travelling, we don't have a sort of fixed base. And sort of, well, I don't know whether that's much of an excuse, because we have had for the last sort of nearly 18 months, we have been sort of settled in a place.
I'm just lazy, I guess.
Maybe we just
lazy. We're just blooming lazy, and because you're like happy and cheerful, you think, oh, it doesn't matter. Let's open a bottle and let's have a bag of these Doritos, which I absolutely love, and then we'll have those Doritos dips. I like the cream cheese, and you like the salsa. Yeah. They're gorgeous. And then we'll open some nuts because we like them. It's like we're treating ourselves all the time, and we've got to be realistic.
Instead of having a treat now and again, we'd have sort of healthy food now and again, and treats all the time. But that's changing.
It is changing, because we had a drink the other night, and we had, as I said to you in the other video, I prepared all my vegetables and I put them in little containers. So I thought, oh, what can we have? So there were some carrot sticks. So I opened them, and with a little bit of the lightest light mayonnaise and a dash of chilli, and I mixed that up, and that was lovely. We were satisfied, weren't we?
The sweet chilli dipping sauce.
Yes, with a little bit of
mixed up with a bit of mayonnaise makes quite a nice sort of chilli mayonnaise thing.
Yeah, light mayonnaise.
Well, I'll tell you what, what I am thinking about doing is that I like quite a lot of stir fry things. And I want to make my own stir-fry sauces. So we've got maybe 2/3 of the ingredients to make decent stir-fry sauces. I think we need some rice wine vinegar and that, you know, they're very sort of all sorts of different stuff. But we're going to do that. I need a new wok. I'm not going to buy an expensive one, because we sort of tend to burn them quite a bit, but there you are.
You can, and if it's a good one, you could just use a tiny little splash of oil if you need to. Well,
you sort of don't need the oil if you're going to make your own sauce, because you're making the sauce and you're cooking all the things in the wok, and then and you're using the white wine vinegar, the rice wine vinegar, you know, that sort of stuff to sort of moisten everything up. So I'm thinking about doing that. So look out for some cooking things that are coming up.
It worries me, especially since I've had those blood tests and that, and I'm really now, like, we don't buy any meat. If we're out, if like we're somewhere and there is some meat, we'll have it, but we never ever buy meat now, and we try to.
We're sort of half-hearted vegetarians. I think we could say we're pretty much half-hearted vegetarians. If there's meat around, we'll probably munch it, but
we don't buy milk because we think. Well, and I say we think there's a thing. Things are coming along about the problems with dairy now, and so we steered away from it. Not sure of all the facts, but you go with the trends, don't you? I think that's dairy free. We haven't gone gluten free because I know I wouldn't even begin that because I don't think you should do it unless you really have to. I don't think there's any health benefits from going gluten free unless you are.
Unless you're celiac, which is allergic to gluten or gluten intolerance. You shouldn't go gluten-free.
But I mean, if there is...
Apparently.
But there was a reason.
Here's a news flash.
Yeah.
While we were in Walton-on-Thames, the town, the other day, we stopped into Starbucks.
Yes.
I know, anybody out there that hates Starbucks, don't bother to comment because we go there rarely.
Yes, we just happened to be there.
But there you are. And I saw that they do dairy-free coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, coffee's dairy-free anyway, but I'd quite like a mocha, a chocolatey coffee, and that, of course, has milk in it. But they do dairy-free, and I asked for both coffees with oat milk. And that's the first time I've had a milk substitute, a cow's milk substitute, that tasted okay, and in fact... It was the creamiest. It's actually. It was probably too rich, actually. It was really creamy and rich and lovely. But once I had a tall mocha, so quite a lot, and it actually made me feel a little bit sick because it was too rich. But it was lovely. So I'm encouraged that if I wanted to have milk with anything, and I don't really, then I'd probably go for that oat milk.
Because that's like porridge, and you always say porridge is the devil's work, and that's the same thing that the milk's made out of. So maybe that's. Do you think that's the devil's work?
I don't know. I don't know. See, porridge.
You always say that. You don't. I've got
a lot of people say, "Oh, I love porridge."
Yeah.
Right, they say, "Oh, I love porridge."
Yeah, they do.
But then it's like, no, you don't love porridge. What you love is the honey and the sugar and the bananas and the fruit that you put in porridge, and you're using porridge as a carrier for other flavours. And that's because you can't say you love porridge. It's like you love all the other things. Like
you can. I dispute that. I do. I love porridge. I don't mind to have it. I would just have it with unsweetened almond milk on its own, and I like it, and I believe in it. And if you believe in something that does you good, you're going to keep eating it. And
then you're getting the taste of the milk.
I
dare anybody to say they really love porridge made with water. That is effectively what we used to use as glue.
Well, I'm sure there's other things that would be horrible if they weren't nicely made. But anyway, I think we've rabbited on enough about that. But the other thing I'm going to say to you is we really, really try to not waste anything at all, because now I've got my soup maker. If we don't, I've prepared all the veg. If we don't eat it, I'll put it in the freezer. So nothing's wasted. We've only got a little tiny freezer, and there's only goodness in there. There's no meat of any sort. Apart from Pippin has got some frozen chicken breasts in there. That's the only thing in there, and we're going to keep it that way. And in the fridge, it's all good stuff. So I'm hoping that come autumn, you're going to see me very trim, and you a bit trimmer, because you're not so overweight as me, I don't think.
Well, I don't know. Do you know? I think I'm about 95 kilos. Work it out. It's nearly 15 stone.
Anyway,
and I'm only 5'6". So I am officially obese.
But anyway, I think it just takes a little bit of working out and not making excuses anymore, because like a lot of our family has started at Slimming World. I'm not, because I can't go regularly and I don't want to do it online, and I've done it before and it's a very good thing. So Gillian and David and Margaret have all started at Slimming World. David, that does the garden, is not, because he's very, very slim, and he's insulin dependent diabetic, and he's got celiac disease, so he has to not join in this, and he doesn't need to. So
there we are.
Anyway, it's a lovely summer day, and we're going to have a barbecue now.
So we haven't. I mean, I've been going on a lot about the sound on these videos lately. We're still using the shotgun mic on the top. We've got the radio mics, and but I need to set them up. So I thought they'd be easier to set up and understand. Easy to set up, not so easy to understand the right settings. I've done a couple.
You're going to have to read the instructions. What you hate doing, aren't you?
The instructions?
Yeah, so you get with them.
I haven't got any instructions. I think I've thrown them away.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
They're in the bin now.
Oh.
Done.
Okay.
Anyway.
We are going to say goodbye for now, and
goodbye.
We'll see you tomorrow. All right? Yeah. Have a lovely afternoon and evening, everyone. I know we're going to.
We are.
And thank you very, very much for all your helpful comments about the vitamin D and that calcisulfate tablet as well. I really want to thank you. Everybody is so kind. Whatever they comment about, it's lovely, and thank you so much.
Just bear in mind,
I don't feel so lonely with you all. Thank you.
I haven't been to the doctors, but I did a bit of an online quiz about vitamin D, and it would appear that I'm probably, they say, I'm probably vitamin D deficient.
Yes.
So I'm just about to order online some vitamin D with K1 and K2. So it's the Pro Max Sport D3 with K1 and K2, recommended by, I think it was Robert Lydon in the comments. Sorry if I've got your name wrong, Mr. Lydon. I know it's Mr. Lydon.
So
might be Robert. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But thanks for all that information. That's been blooming marvellous. I've read up a lot.
Dominique.
Dominique. Dominique.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not Robert. Dominique.
Yes. That's a lady.
Mrs.
Dominique. Miss Dominique.
Ms.
I know. Thank you, Dominique. I'm so sorry we're making a right hash up of your life. Do you know, that's awful of us to do that. I was really thrilled with your comment, and I'm so sorry.
Forgetting people's names, I think, is all a function of lacking in vitamin D. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
We better go now before we say anything else.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.